Dirty, clean, dry. Welcome to campsite number.
Two. Sort of.
Yeah.
Where we were yesterday.
Oh yeah. So we moved on from the fire lookout to Harold Provincial Park, in just near Salmon Arm, British Columbia. We have never been here before, and we just the site that we booked super last minute turned out to be quite the nice
A
one.
beautiful site.
Mhm.
It's probably one of my favorite sites
No
now.
way.
Yes, it's up there with Bryce Canyon.
You know why? It's
because it's bugless. Yeah, so being here without the bugs has been amazing, because that's the part that bugs me the most about camping, which is why
pun
we got
intended?
this. Ha ha ha. This.
Yeah, it is the Coleman Instant Shelter, and a lot of the shelters are without the bug screen, but this has the bug screen built in, and it's instant, so it pops up in about 60 seconds, they say.
Yeah,
Once
like
you get
our
used
tent.
to it, like our old timer tent there. We had a couple of years now, at least. How many years have we had that tent?
We've had that since 2013.
Woo-wee.
So
That's an instant tent.
that's 5 years ago.
Yeah, so the tech hasn't changed a whole lot. The skeleton is external, and it just pops up like one of those sun shelter umbrellas that you put on the beach, and you just extend the poles. So it has got built-in mesh, and the top is UV protected, so it's got UPF protection, 50 plus UV sun protection, so the label says.
So even though we don't have any mosquitoes during the day, at night the bugs kind of come out and they like to go where the light is. So having the shelter at night has been great, because the kids were playing Uno, had a lamp on in there, and they weren't bothered by the bugs. And that's one of the things at night that bothers me too. You're wearing headlamps and they're all like flying at your face. So
What, you don't like that feeling?
no.
I still have
Anyways,
not enough caffeine.
there
Stats.
are 2 flaps, one on either side, that you can go through, and the kids are just chilling out. They like to whittle sticks when we're camping.
Yeah, I've asked them whether they're like whittling hunting spears, but they said, oh, it's not a spear.
Then we got a couple of new camp chairs this year.
All right, let's check it out. So our old school chairs that we've had for a while are the Coleman, just like they're standard camp chairs, and you fold up into these large bags, and they're still quite bulky. And we've had the kids last year across Canada putting their legs up on these folded up chairs because we've had nowhere else to put them, and you've had to use them as like footrests. Crazy. But I wanted to free up some room in the Jeep this year, so I came across these chairs. I'm pretty sure they're paying an homage to the design of the Helinox chairs that are pretty expensive. They're the original Helinox Chair 1, I think it's called. It's like $100 each. So basically what it is the aluminum poles that use the like a tent with the shock cords. So they all like break down into these poles and shock cords when folded up, and it goes into these recesses into the plastic frame here. So you piece it all together after being, we'll show you the bag and show you how small it is when it's folded up. And once you have the poles and the shock cords all in place, the seat back itself goes over 4 points on the poles, and just by tension, you see that it slips on here, and it doesn't look very stable, but it supports well over 200 pounds, and I'm not 200 pounds. Not even wet, and it's pretty comfy. So I think I should have bought 2 more of these to free up even more room.
You didn't tell them how much you paid for them in comparison.
Oh, right. Okay, so the Helinox chairs are like $100. These ones were well over $50, around $50 Canadian. And they're less, of course, USD on Amazon.com. Yeah, so it's a good buy. They look quite stable. You can buy different accessories for them. I did pick up some sand platforms that attaches to the legs. It's just a simplistic design that allows it to be put on grass or sand. It's basically like a sheet that stabilizes the base of it so it doesn't sink in. Not bad. Another one of those things that we didn't have before, but I saw it on a video out there on YouTube, I forgot where, but having a camp table that can fold up into a small space. So I've used it at the Overland Rally when I was with Noah to put some water and a check box on. So this is in its compacted form. I think it's 25 centimeter by 25 centimeter. What it is, this table when it comes out is there are two legs which are telescopic, and you lock into place. And it just, like an accordion, comes together, and it's pretty stable. I put quite a bit of weight on it. It's all aluminum construction, so it's pretty lightweight, you know, because we want to shave weight in the Jeep and all.
If you watched our videos from last year on our trip across Canada, we already had this setup, and also in our camping kitchen setup video, you'll find that this setup, we talk about this setup as well. So just to gloss over it quickly, we have our Trailgater.
Trailgater.
I always get it wrong.
So this Trailgater is by Outback Adventure Products. I think they're out of Utah, but yeah, it's all made in the USA.
Okay, and we've got these two tabs that pull it out or unlock it, and it's a counter and with a cutting board.
Yeah, so you can choose between a plastic or a bamboo cutting surface. The top is food grade stainless, the back is aluminum, and it just screws in without any drilling into the back of the tailgate, or a Jeep JK, just for all you Jeep nerds out there. And then line it up and snaps in place, rattle free.
So Dude's brother helped build this cabinet last year so that we can fit our fridge in here, and this is probably one of my favorite items that we purchased. I don't always approve of everything that Dude buys for the Jeep, but the fridge, I loved the fridge, especially when we were gone for 6 weeks across the country. I didn't have to stop for ice. And most of the places along the way, I remember seeing ice sold out signs all across the country, and we didn't have to lift stuff off of our coolers so that we can get to things. So having the slide out fridge is amazing, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Guys, this was the toughest sell of my life.
Yep, so we have all our stuff, all our groceries, and I don't have to worry about food safety, and it just keeps things cold and easy access. And it could also be used as a freezer by just setting the temperature.
Nice.
Okay. One of the things that Dude is most proud of is this paper towel holder.
No, not exactly. Not exactly the proudest.
You know how when you pack a package of paper towels and it gets all dirty and stuff because of everything else that's going on around you when you're camping? Well, Dude found this container. I don't know what it's called. It's a case. It's a case for your paper towels, and then you just slide out a sheet at a time.
Yeah, in this case, I have it latched onto the roll bar, and it just stays put. It keeps the paper towel dry and you know, dirt free. You know what's last year? You know, I don't know, lost count of how many times that I was taking something else out. It's unrelated to the paper towel. The paper towel was like somewhere on the cabinet, and guess what? Lift up the tailgate, and it just comes plummeting to the ground.
Another thing that Dude is super excited about are these lights, if you can see. And I have to say, at night, it was amazing that it just shone so much light when I was prepping, cleaning up. Very well lit.
Thanks. You're welcome.
All right, let's turn it off.
Yeah. And everything here, the fridge and the lights are hooked up to the main battery. I wouldn't try it with a stock battery. I have an upgraded aftermarket battery to support all this load. Okay, so that's pro tip right there.
All right.
In the back here, we got the trasharoo. It straps onto the spare, and we just put our trash. In this case, we use it to haul a water container and just a little bit extra storage.
We put our tarps in there. Yeah. We've had firewood in there.
Yeah, we're heading out to the water later, so when it's wet, we don't want to put the super wet shoes inside the Jeep. So yeah, I just slip them in here into the mesh pockets, and it dries like a couple hours later. I think what I do, guys, is that I self-flow. I do a lot of research on things that will hopefully make camping and overlanding more palatable, more enjoyable, more convenient, and more streamlined, and without spending a ton of money. So there are products out there that do the job for less cost. In this case, I do look for a lot of things, or most things, that are made in the USA. And so we come to this guy. What is it?
Right. This is our kitchen chuck box where we can just toss everything in, but it's kind of in an organized fashion. So it's not perfectly, I'm not completely happy with the way I have it set up so far, and hopefully it'll be more streamlined as I go. But it's been great to carry all the things that I need, and it's been way easier access than the 2 plastic bins that we had last year. Last year we had these huge Rubbermaid totes, and I was constantly digging, trying to look for certain items that I just couldn't find. So this actually organizes a lot of my kitchen items, I guess, with easier access than a giant bin. So let's show you how it is set up. So just these 2 latches come down, the lid pops up, and it's got like different compartments in here that you can store whatever. So there's like 3 compartments here, there's a section there. I'm just tossing stuff in and making stuff fit for now. This opens up, and it has a drawer. So I have some utensils in here, our cutlery, chopsticks.
Yeah, chopsticks. They even come with us to camp, guys.
And we have our AeroPress, strainer, kettle, cutting board, other things.
It's just a big open space inside.
Yeah, and just fits everything in there.
Yeah. So we try to put this a little bit further back, and so this creates another surface that we can prep stuff on. Yeah. And interestingly enough, this is not sold as a chuck box. I came across it on the internet, and someone had adapted this box as a chuck box, and it's worked out okay so far. And
you'll never guess what it's used for.
Yeah. Well, see if you guys can
take a guess down below in the comments.
These guys are replacements for those giant totes that we had in the back of the Jeep. And as Flo said, we were just, every time that we thought we had organized the large totes, and every time you went in there, everything would be strewn apart because you're looking for something at the bottom. Even though they were translucent, you still had to get to them. So I thought, okay, we need to get smaller cases that we can see to the bottom of, and when you organize it, the chances of it staying organized would be greater. So I came across these guys, and again, the purpose not for necessarily camping, but they're sold as, get this, ammo crates. As a disclaimer, I went shooting with a friend, and he does have like thousands of rounds of ammo stored at his place. He's Canadian, by the way. These ammo crates, I found them on Amazon. They are made in the USA. They store, I think, respectively, like 85 pounds in here. And the thing that I was interested in is that they're stackable. So I bought the sizes that stack one up on each other. So they have, you see these ridges here on top? They correspond to the bottom and the feet here that lines up with the tops. And they pretty much, once they're on top of each other, they don't move around, especially in the Jeep. It's got 2 latches either side. And what I also liked is that they're hinged so that you don't take the lid off and the lid winds up in the dirt somewhere. Another big deal is that they have an O-ring seal around the lid. So when you close it in, you create like an airtight seal. So these things are pretty much watertight, not submersible, but watertight. So you could leave these crates out in the rain and it's not gonna, you're gonna keep the stuff dry inside. And even it requires a bit of a push to get the O-ring sealed up, and it latches on. It has 2 lockable holes on either side in the latches.
Are you going to show them how you can stagger them?
Oh yeah. So what I found in the Jeep, because of the recline angle of the seat, I couldn't have it right on top of each other. So I found that even if it's off by one, as long as one of the feet is in the ridge, it's still not going to go anywhere because it's locked into place. So it doesn't stagger necessarily, but either way, as long as it hits into one of the ridges, it's done. You have to be pretty intentional to move it around. In this case, Flo has all the dry goods for food, including
I don't know how that made it in there.
How did this wind up in there? Good to see you again.
Okay.
Yeah, so this does it for the ammo crates. You can hear it when you push it. It goes. I made that sound.
When we were traveling last year, there was a couple of places we were at where there was no potable water. So we had to bring our own water. We had a 2.5 gallon container last year, and this year Dude decided that we need a bigger container. So this one is a 7 US gallons. That's about 26.5 liters.
Yep.
And well, we went backcountry yesterday, so we needed some water while we were there. Another reason why we have the bigger container is because Dude doesn't like to go back and forth from the tap to fill it up. So
I saw that rolly eye. Come on.
Dude's just lazy. It comes with a spout that's reversible, so when we're storing it, this spout goes on the inside, and then when we need it, it just comes out
Yep.
the outside. It also just fits in our trash roos, so that's good. And I also carry a water filter with us every time we go away, so that we always have fresh drinking water. All right, one more addition that has made such a huge difference in my sleep is getting these camp pillows. They're amazing.
And also sourced by Dude. Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, sorry. All right. We do sleep with air mattresses for all you purists out there. I'm not sleeping on the ground. I also made this pillowcase, by the way.
Nice.
All right. So these pillows. So there's a valve here that keeps the air in, and when you press it down.
Yeah, it's a 2-way valve, and it also is a button, so it locks positively either way.
Yep. And then you can just blow it up to however firm you want it. That's it.
Yeah, so you leave the valve locked in place one direction to inflate, and it'll keep it inflating. You know those old school valves where you blow and then it just, as soon as you really,
Oh yeah,
it just
like
comes out.
those.
Yeah, like those.
Yep.
That's it.
And I do use a pillowcase because I don't want to have to wash these.
Yeah.
Rather
for
wash
sure.
the pillowcase. That's it.
Yeah, a little bit of a game changer.
Yes, I have to say that it's better than sleeping on a sweatshirt, which is what I used last year for a pillow. I wish we had these when we were traveling last year.
And they fold up into nothing.
It
Check
folds
this out,
up
guys.
into this little pouch. And seriously, it fits in here.
It seriously does. It's so cool.
And then we just stuff it in with our sleeping bags.
Yeah. Not very much money, but totally worth it.
Yep, I have to say. A good night's sleep is worth it. This year, it's like they're in their own little pods.
Yeah, you know, no, first
Poor
class
thing.
pods.
They can't
and
even
airlines.
see each other.
I try to sell it that way to the kids. Like, hey, we created like first class pods for you, and but you know, Ella was quick to say, yeah, but the seat doesn't recline flat.
So that's it for Camping 2018. All the items that you saw in this video will be listed in the description below. And please support us by clicking that link to purchase your items so that we get a little bit from Amazon. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up, share if you find it worthy, and come find me on Facebook and Instagram. Till next time, be simple, ordinary, and joyful.